Rare earths, new oil of the digital age, controlled by China, sought after by Trump. What if I told you that the green energy revolution, your smartphone, and even the world's most advanced weapons all depend on a handful of obscure metals most people have never heard of? They're hidden deep within the Earth's crust, processed in toxic facilities, and traded like strategic weapons on the global stage. China controls the lion's share. The United States and the rest of the world are scrambling to catch up. This isn't just a resource story. It's about power, technology, war, and the race for the future. Rare earth minerals. So what exactly are they, and why is President Trump and the world now so obsessed with them? Welcome to Nexus-Feed. Let's get started. Despite their name, rare earth elements, or REs, aren't actually that rare. Many are more common than copper or lead. What makes them rare is how difficult they are to extract and separate from each other due to their similar chemical properties. There are 17 of them in total, the 15 lanthanides plus scandium and yttrium. These elements may look unassuming, but they are the unsung heroes of the technological age. Their electron configurations give them magnetic, luminescent, and electrochemical properties that make modern electronics and clean energy technologies possible. Rare earths are grouped into two categories: light rare earth elements, or LREs, and heavy rare earth elements, HREs. LREs like cerium and neodymium are relatively abundant, while HREs like dysprosium and terbium are scarcer and more expensive to extract. This classification matters because they are used in different technologies, and the heavy ones are often harder to source. They're typically found in complex mineral deposits like bastnasite, monazite, and ion adsorption clays. Extracting and refining them requires not only advanced technology, but also large amounts of water, energy, and chemicals, which brings us to their global distribution. As of 2025, the world's largest known reserves of rare earths lie in China, Vietnam, and Brazil. China alone holds around 44 million metric tons of rare earth oxide. But reserves are just the beginning. When it comes to actual production, China dominates the field. Between 2022 and 2024, it produced between 210,000 and 270,000 metric tons of rare earths annually. In comparison, the United States produced around 45,000 tons, and Australia roughly 18,000. Myanmar and Thailand are also significant producers, especially of heavy rare earths. China doesn't just mine the minerals, it also processes over 85% of the global supply. It controls the midstream and downstream stages, including refining, separation, and manufacturing of key components like magnets. This makes it nearly impossible for other countries to be self-sufficient in high-tech manufacturing without Chinese cooperation. This dominance creates major vulnerabilities. A single policy decision in Beijing could disrupt supply chains in Silicon Valley, Tokyo, or Berlin. And it's not just about iPhones or Teslas, it's about who controls the future of energy, defense, and computing. Let's look at where these minerals show up. Chances are, you're using rare earths right now. Neodymium is in your headphones. Europium gives red color to your screen. Gadolinium is in medical imaging. Without these elements, our digital lifestyles would fall apart. In clean energy, rare earths are indispensable. Powerful permanent magnets made from neodymium, praseodymium, and dysprosium are used in electric vehicle motors and wind turbines. Cerium helps make solar panels more efficient, and lanthanum is used in hybrid car batteries and camera lenses. In defense, rare earths are mission critical. They power radar systems, missile guidance, lasers, smart bombs, and advanced aircraft. Samarium cobalt magnets withstand high temperatures in jet engines. Without rare earths, modern militaries would lose their technological edge. Industrially, they're just as important. Cerium is used in catalytic converters to reduce auto emissions. Lanthanum helps refine petroleum. In metallurgy, rare earths are added to steel to remove impurities. They're also in medicine and lighting. Gadolinium is used in MRI contrast agents. Neodymium and erbium are in lasers. Europium and terbium create bright phosphors in LED lighting. Even your eyeglasses may have lenses coated with rare earth compounds. Looking ahead, demand for rare earths is expected to skyrocket. The International Energy Agency predicts that demand for some rare earths could increase by 3 to 7 times by 2040 due to the global push for decarbonization. And it's not just green energy. Quantum computing, AI, advanced robotics, and next-gen semiconductors will all require more rare earths. Elements like europium and erbium are being studied for their potential in building stable qubits. Terbium could improve sensors in autonomous systems. The IAE prediction means there is bound to be a supply crunch. New mines can be built, but it takes over a decade to develop one. Processing infrastructure is scarce outside China. Recycling remains limited. To meet future demand, we need to rethink how we source and reuse rare earths. Because of their strategic value, rare earths are no longer just industrial commodities. They are geopolitical assets. Nations are racing to secure access and reduce dependency. The United States has designated rare earths as critical minerals and is funding domestic mining and processing projects. President Trump wants a rare earth minerals deal with Ukraine as a part of U.S. peace deal negotiations in Putin's war. The EU launched a Critical Raw Materials Act to boost supply chain resilience. Japan has been stockpiling and forming alliances to diversify imports. China has shown its willingness to use rare earths as leverage. In 2010, it halted exports to Japan over a territorial dispute. That move jolted the global market and revealed just how vulnerable supply chains had become. Recently, China has also been signaling that it may restrict the export of rare earth minerals to the United States as the trade conflict between the two countries escalates. New players are entering the game. Countries in Africa, Latin America, and Southeast Asia are exploring their reserves. But many of these regions face infrastructure, environmental, and governance challenges that complicate development. China, meanwhile, is securing access through its Belt and Road Initiative. It finances mining projects abroad in exchange for future supply deals, cementing its long-term influence in the global rare earth market. But all this comes at a cost. Mining and processing rare earths can devastate ecosystems. Wastewater often contains radioactive elements like thorium. Acid leaching used in ion adsorption clay extraction can contaminate water sources. In many regions, local communities bear the brunt. Health issues from pollution, unsafe working conditions, and even forced displacement have been documented. Artisanal mining operations often lack regulation, leading to exploitation and environmental degradation. The good news? Alternatives are emerging. Recycling rare earths from e-waste, a process called urban mining, is gaining traction. Clean extraction methods using bioleaching or ionic liquids are being tested, but scaling these innovations takes time and investment. In 2025, the U.S. ramped up efforts to secure its rare earth supply. President Trump ordered a Section 232 investigation into imported processed critical minerals, citing national security concerns. The move aims to reduce dependence on foreign sources, especially China, and strengthen domestic production. The investigation will explore risks in the supply chain and recommend trade actions if needed. This marks a major step in America's push to boost resilience, protect its high-tech industries, and safeguard its economic and military strength in a rapidly shifting global landscape. Rare earth elements are the invisible threads holding together our modern world. From energy to defense to smartphones, they are indispensable. but their extraction is fraught with environmental damage, geopolitical risk, and ethical questions. The future will require tough choices. Can we build a greener economy without sacrificing human rights or environmental integrity? Can we diversify supply chains without sparking new resource conflicts? Answering those questions will define who leads in the 21st century. Because controlling rare earths means controlling the technologies that define our era. This is Nexus-Feed. If you found this video thought-provoking, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to tell us in the comments section too. Should rare earths be considered the oil of the digital age? And do you think that President Trump's executive order will secure America's critical mineral future? Thanks for watching, and until the next one, stay informed, stay critical, stay curious.